The story of Lisa Karen Addington is a haunting snapshot of a life interrupted on the literal eve of its greatest milestone. It is a narrative draped in the neon lights of 1980s Tulsa, a mystery that begins with a celebration and ends in a silence that has lasted over 4 decades. On the night of May 15, 1984, 22-year-old Lisa Addington was exactly where a young bride-to-be should be. Surrounded by friends, laughter, and the high-energy pulse of the Great Escape Club. Having traveled from her home in Dallas to Tulsa to finalize the details for her wedding, scheduled for just 4 days later on May 19, the air was thick with anticipation. As the clock struck midnight and turned the calendar to May 16, the bachelorette party began to wind down. Her friends prepared to leave, but Lisa made a fateful decision that remains the pivot point of the entire mystery. She chose to stay behind. She felt confident she could find another ride home, a choice that, in the moment, likely felt like a simple desire to extend the happiest week of her life by a few more hours. The final image of Lisa Addington is a chilling one, provided by the friends who looked back one last time before exiting the club. She wasn't alone. She was seen deep in conversation with an unidentified white male. The description of this man is etched into the cold case files of the Tulsa Police Department. Approximately 6 feet 0 inches tall, 160 pounds, with a medium build. Mid-20s with collar-length brown hair, meticulously parted in the center. A simple green shirt. This man in green represents the ultimate what if. Was he a friendly stranger offering a ride, or a predator waiting for the perfect moment of isolation? Lisa never made it to her destination. When the sun rose on May 16, the woman who was supposed to be adjusting her veil and confirming guest lists was nowhere to be found. She vanished, leaving behind only the description of her outfit: a black, red, and blue plaid shirt, black velveteen pants, and white knee-high socks. The contrast between her vibrant life and her sudden absence was stark. Investigators shifted their focus from a missing persons report to a suspected homicide with grim speed. There were no ransom notes, no sightings at bus stations, and no activity on her accounts. Lisa Addington had simply ceased to exist in the physical world. For over 40 years, the case has remained in a state of agonizing stasis. Despite updates to her file as recently as 2019, the core questions remain unanswered. The mystery is compounded by the lack of a crime scene. Without a body or a struggle, the man in green remains a ghost, a phantom who walked out of the Great Escape Club and into the annals of unsolved crime. The most heartbreaking element of Lisa's story is the date that never came: May 19, 1984. While her family and fiancé should have been celebrating a union, they were instead beginning a 40-year vigil. Today, Lisa would be 64 years old. The brown-haired, green-eyed woman in the grainy 1984 photographs remains frozen in time, a perpetual bride-to-be. Her case serves as a somber reminder of how quickly a night of joy can transform into a decades-long search for the truth. Addington never arrived home that evening and has not been heard from again. Her case remains unsolved.